What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. This is a video about my favorite player from all 31 NHL teams. So each player is going to get 20 seconds for me to talk about them, and there are 31 teams. I won't talk as much about the ones I have in my top 10 though, so I'll see you in the video. Alright, so first up is the Anaheim Ducks, and I have Rickard Rakell. I don't really watch so much of the Ducks because I don't like them. So I just chose Rickard Rakell because he has a cool name, and I like his style of play. I think he's going to have a breakout season this year. And yeah, so Anaheim Ducks, Rickard Rakell. Arizona, this was hard to choose because, well, they're my favorite team. So I chose Jacob Chychrun. He scores goals, he plays defense, he's like the perfect player. I just like him. I don't know, I don't really have a favorite player for Arizona, so I just chose a random one, so I chose Jacob Chychrun. Okay, so Boston, I chose Zdeno Chara because he's unique. He's 6'9". That is insanely tall. Tallest player in NHL history. I think he looks like a funny guy to be around. And yeah, plus, never fight this guy. Don't do that. Bad idea, he'll kill you. Okay, Jack Eichel. So he was in my top 10 favorite players video. If you want to hear me pump his tires a lot, go watch my previous video on channel, my top 10 favorite players. I just really like Jack Eichel and the Eichel Tower though. Okay, so the Calgary Flames, I chose Matthew Tkachuk. He's a pest just like his brother, but they're both really good. And I don't watch the Flames that much, so I just chose Matthew Tkachuk because I just think he's a funny player. He has some weird shenanigans, and as I said, is a pest, so yeah. Carolina, he was Andrei Svechnikov. He was in my top 10 favorite players, so you can watch that video. Mostly the lacrosse goal, he inspired me to do that, and I've almost perfected it on street. Still need to do it on ice though. Plus, I just love his game. Next up, I believe is, Chicago. Chicago. So Patrick Kane, he was also in my top 10 favorite players list. You can go watch that video. He's the best player to ever be born in America, in my opinion, so far. So yeah, go watch that video if you want me to talk more about him. If you want to hear me talk more about him. So, Nathan MacKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. He has some of the best edges in the league. He can stop on a dime. He's insane. He's one of the better players in the league, and I just like him. He's big. He'll stand up to you. He fought Christian Fischer in the play-in round against the Coyotes. That was pretty cool. Columbus, I didn't really know who to choose here. I like a lot of players on Columbus. They're one of my more favorite teams. So I just chose Zach Werenski. He's a good defenseman, one of the better ones in the league, in my opinion. He's going to be very good. He can also score goals. He's one of the good offensive defensemen in the league. Anton Khudobin, he was in my top 10 favorite players list. So yeah, if you want to hear me talk more about this guy, he's just hilarious. He has the best personality in the world. He's so funny. He loves to win, and it's just funny to watch him. So yeah, next up is Edmonton, I believe. No, Dallas, sorry. I mean, Detroit. Jesus, I'm sorry. Detroit is the team I watched probably the least because they're so bad. So I just chose Dylan Larkin. I know absolutely really nothing about the Red Wings. So I just chose their probably new captain. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, now Edmonton. Connor McDavid, he was in my top 10 favorite players list. I really like Connor McDavid. He's a good leader. And just, I really like Connor McDavid. If you want to hear me talk more about him, go watch that video. I've said that probably like 5 times this video. I'm sorry. Next up is Jonathan Huberdeau. The coolest name to me, I think he has a really cool name. Hooby Dooby Doo. Just hearing their announcer say that is just funny. He's good. He's got some really nice skill, and I just really like him. Plus, he's funny. The puck personality that he does in his videos are funny. That the NHL does. So Jonathan Quick. Sorry, this wasn't the best quality picture, but had to choose this. Okay, Jonathan Quick. He and Fleury are my favorite goalies to watch in the league. They're always so out of position, but they always make the save. Matt Dumba for the Minnesota Wild. Sorry, this is really rushed. I just don't want it to be too long of a video. The most boring team so far this season. They were pretty boring. They didn't really do anything. So I just chose Matt Dumba. I think he's their most important player. Plus, I just like what he's doing right now in the world, and just he's a good person. Shea Weber, top 3 in the league with Ovechkin and PK Subban for best one-timer. Never blocked this guy's shot. I can't remember his name, but he blocked 3 one-timers from this guy. He was a wild. He was so. You gotta watch that clip. I don't watch the Canadians that much, so I chose their captain. Roman Josi. I watched him during the playoffs because they went against Arizona. Roman Josi, he won the Norris, I believe, this season. Yeah, it's called the Norris, and he's a great leader. He's one of the better offensive defensemen in the league. And I just really like Roman Josi. His voice is pretty nice too. I don't know why, but it just sounds good. PK Subban, he was in my top 10 favorite players list. That might be a little controversial, but it's my opinion. Come on. If you want to hear me talk about him, you know what? If I say top 10 players list, I'll say a little bit about them, okay? From now on. There's like 3 more, I think. Okay, so next up is from the New York Islanders, Matthew Barzal. I watch the Islanders a lot because they're my second favorite team, and I just really like Matthew Barzal. He's really good with the puck. He can pass. He can shoot. He's just my favorite player from the Islanders. Yeah, I just like Matthew Barzal. Mika Zibanejad from the New York Rangers. 5 goals, 1 game. That speaks it all. Look at this Selly. He looks so happy when he did that. You have to watch that game. New York Rangers versus Washington Capitals. Just look that up on YouTube. Watch that game and watch Mika Zibanejad. Okay. Thomas Chabot for the Ottawa Senators. This is another team I don't watch that much, mostly because they're in the Atlantic, and I don't really watch that much teams in the Atlantic. Because they're typically good, but Ottawa's bad. Thomas Chabot, I just like his defensive game. He's one of the better up-and-coming defensemen in the league. Alright, so Carter Hart for the Philadelphia Flyers. First off, that save against Taylor Hall. That was amazing. Look that up on YouTube after you watch the Mika Zibanejad game after this. So yeah, I just really like Carter Hart. He's one of the better goalies in the league. I just like him. Sidney Crosby. Okay, this guy has the best edges in the league, and maybe in history. He's insane. Sidney Crosby. He's probably like my 11th favorite player. To be honest. You're welcome, Ligma, aka Peyton. So yeah, I just really like him. He's got a good shot and a good pass. Plus that thing he did last season behind the net was disgusting. Okay, Brent Burns for the San Jose Sharks. I haven't watched them that much this season. If Joe Thornton didn't go to Toronto, he would be here. So I chose Brent Burns. I just like Brent Burns. I love that beard. St. Louis, I chose Vladimir Tarasenko. I call him Mad Vlad because that's cool. Like, this guy is insane. That one-hander he did like 3 years ago, that was disgusting. He's like definitely my favorite player from the Blues. I've always liked watching Vladimir Tarasenko play. So next up we have Tampa, right? Okay, Andrei Vasilevsky, my favorite goalie in the league. He was in my top 10 favorite players video. I love Vasi. He's my favorite goalie I've ever watched play. I don't know why, I just really like Vasi. He's best goalie in the league right now. You can fight me on that. Okay, Toronto. Austin Matthews, he was also in the top 10 favorite players list. So yeah, that's another thing, like, Vasi, I just don't know why I really like him, but you can hear me talk more about him in the top 10 players list. So yeah, next up is Washington? No, Vancouver. Elias Pettersson. This was actually really close. It was either Elias Pettersson or Quinn Hughes. So I chose Elias Pettersson. He's so good. He's insane. Like, you gotta watch some of his highlights. He's got a great shot, great pass. He's good at skating. All-around great player. Vegas, this save. Disgusting. Best save of the year, in my opinion. Even better than Ante Ranta's Scorpion save. Marc-Andre Fleury, he's so funny. He pranks his teammates. He pranks his former teammates. Just Fleury, amazing guy. I love Fleury. the flower. Washington, second last. I chose Alexander Ovechkin. He was in my top 10 favorite players list. He's insane. I love Ovi. I think he's going to break Gretzky's goal record if he stays on pace for what he's doing and if he stays healthy. Last but not least is Mark Scheifele of the Winnipeg Jets. So yeah, I just like Mark Scheifele. I don't really watch that much of Winnipeg anymore. I don't know why. So I chose Mark Scheifele. He's got a great pass, great shot. He's good at skating, and he seems like a funny guy to be around. So yeah, that was my favorite players in the league. If you'd like me to do more of these videos, please let me know down below in the comments. Please let me know of my selections and all that stuff down below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.